wherever our partners go. So if they move to a forward location to command and control and operations, then we go with them. I've seen a noticeable improvement in our partners' ability to integrate maneuver with enablers, as well as improvements in their confidence to conduct security operations. For these reasons, I believe EAT missions are the most important times to be with our partners, to bring all other advising efforts together while strengthening bonds through shared hardship. EAT missions are important because these are the times where all of our advising efforts converge. Advisors assist across the warfighting functions, everything from battle tracking and executing battle drills such as troops in contact and CASEVAC to integrating coalition fires and Afghan fires. In Afghan culture, an important part of being an effective advisor is building a relationship with your partner. My relationship has been based on mutual respect, trust, and an understanding that I am not here to do the work for him, but that I will always support him.
A question that I'm often asked is, why do you choose chaplaincy? I believe chaplaincy is important for the soldiers because sometimes as you're going along in a situation, you need to be reminded of the presence of God. This was a great experience after being a part of the chaplain candidate program for about 5 years and putting all that work through and now being called chaplain and then being able to stand up in front of a crowd and just present the gospel as God's calling on me. And it's just a feeling of affirmation from God that He wanted me to go through this process, and then just being able to see the soldiers' faces and just seeing them interact with the Word of God and just being encouraged. Sometimes you're facing situations and you can't talk through them. And again, you just come to the chaplain and say, "Can I speak to you?" And then you feel that sense of peace afterwards.
The 2018 Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month is underway at Goodfellow. Don't miss these upcoming events. Tuesday, May 15th at 4 p.m., a special youth programs presentation. Wednesday, May 16th at 4 p.m., it's the school-age children's program presentation. Then it's the main event, Friday, May 18th, the Asian Pacific Cultural Fair, 3 to 5 p.m. at the Event Center. You'll enjoy food, traditional dances, cultural tables, and crafts for children. On May 18th at 6 p.m., it's late night at the library, showing the movies Spirited Away, along with Kubo and the Two Strings. It's all happening as Goodfellow pays tribute to Asian American Pacific Islander Heritage Month throughout May 2018. This is us.
United States Army Dental Clinic Change of Command Ceremony. Today, we will witness the command and colors of the United States Army Dental Clinic being passed from the outgoing commander, Lieutenant Colonel Eric Danko, to the incoming commander, Major Alexander Barron. Sergeant First Class Floyd will now pass the colors to Lieutenant Colonel Danko. Lieutenant Colonel Danko now passes the colors to Colonel Keith, signifying his relinquishment of command and completion of 35 months as the United States Army Dental Clinic commander. Colonel Keith will now pass the colors to Major Barron, charging him with the responsibility for the United States Army Dental Clinic.
Colonel Danko, what a team you've created since you arrived 35 months ago. You took a pretty good setup and created a much more efficient and productive team that achieved incredible goals. And you had fun in the process. Major Barron and Rachel, we welcome your family to the Fort Huachuca Dental Clinic Command. Okay, you come into a tremendous dental family, and I know you're going to continue the great things that Colonel
Any metric that is set for these folks, they achieve it and they exceed it. I couldn't ask for anything more. This group of talent employees works so well together, I would easily put them up against any clinic worldwide in terms of teamwork and achieving results. Soldiers of Fort Huachuca, make sure you capitalize on the dental care that's available here.
Colonel Danko, you have set the benchmark for organizational leadership, locally and across the enterprise. Your example challenges me to build on what you have set in motion. Thank you for making this transition so smooth.
I've been in this job for about 11 months now, and I've been to over 40 Air Force installations and bases. And there are good days and there are not so good days in this job, but 2 of my best days in this job have been here with all of you. I saw competence at a level that few Americans can even understand. I think that a lot of the people demonstrating to me their skills yesterday weren't even themselves aware of just how exceptional all of you are. I also saw a lot of heritage. History makes us smart, but heritage makes us proud. There's a lot of heritage here, and all of you deserve to be proud of it, and you've all earned the right to be part of it.
Your vote is important. Remember to send your ballot home.
Step 1. Register and request your absentee ballot at fvap.gov.
Step 2. Your election official processes your FPCA and sends you a blank ballot.
Vote with your state ballot or use the backup federal write-in absentee ballot, FWAB.
We recommend uniformed service members, the eligible family members, and overseas citizens to complete the FPCA every January. If you need assistance, contact your unit voting assistance officer or visit the Installation Voting Assistance Office.
Good morning and welcome to the B Troop Cavalry Riding School graduation ceremony. The host for today's ceremony is the Commander, U.S. Army Garrison Fort Huachuca, Colonel James W. Wright. The history of Brown Parade Field is integral to the history of B Troop, Fort Huachuca, and the United States Army. For more than 125 years, the United States Army cavalrymen have used this rectangle of grass for military ceremonies, drills, and inspections. In keeping with the tradition of B Troop, the new troopers will now prepare to conduct their first open field pistol charge, led by Troop Commander Captain Ty Riemann.
There's nothing more awe-inspiring than a cavalry charge, especially with 8 of you. Thundering hooves, cannon, pistol fire, and that bugle that makes your heart leap out of your chest. These candidates have passed a demanding cavalry riding school that retains the essence of 19th century cavalry training, molded straight from the pages of the 1886 Troopers Manual. In earlier times, when Green Troopers first arrived at their new cavalry assignments, they were assigned a horse with a shaved tail. This led to the nickname Shaved Tail for newly assigned spurless riders. The horse with a shaved tail was given extra space because the rider was marked as an amateur. When able to prove their ability with the horse and the saber, they were awarded spurs. Troopers Shate and Hawes, today is your day.
Every day was new, so it was literally an adventure. So I would never turn anything of this, any moment of this down.
I'm just real grateful to Colonel Wright and Mr. Zimmerman and Commander Ty for giving us the opportunity and for the great training along the way. to 1st Brigade MI for allowing me the free time to go do this, and to my beautiful wife Constance for her love, support, and inspiration along the way. Together we have 8 children, 16 grandchildren that we're very proud of back in Texas. So one day when I'm done with B Troop, I hope to get back to Texas and ride some more.
My name's Brigadier Simon Humphrey, and I have the pleasure and privilege of commanding the Kabul Security Force. Today we've got a bit of time in the programme, so we thought we'd have a military skills competition, which allows the 6 nations of the Kabul Security Force, that's America, Britain, Australia, New Zealand, Denmark and Finland, to take part in the competition alongside Mongolian partners who guard the base here. It's a military skills competition that allows us to gain a better understanding of what each nation does, first aid, weapons, fitness and the like, but it also allows us to build trust and to build friendship and relationships. Let's go and see what they're doing.
We're today conducting a joint competition with all the forces in New Kabul compound, practicing our skills, kind of giving us a chance to bond together and learn different SOPs.
It's fun. I think I enjoy a lot doing different tasks that the other nations have and comparing it to my own. It's great. I'm enjoying it.
They are learning each other, and also they took a time. It's very funny, you know.
1, 2, 3, 4! It's not working!
It does bring us together. Hard work always brings 2 people together, even though we're doing a competition. It's just all about the fun and the collaboration.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. It's been a little bit tough, a little bit hot, but it's been a good one. We've had a good time.
Welcome to Boss Strong. I'm your host, Lindsay Rosnowski. I'm standing with Benny Wiley, the winner of the first season of NBC Strong and the head coach of this competition. Over the next 14 days, 5 teams of servicemen and women from around the world will compete in a competition like none other. They'll be paired with celebrity coaches and partnered with members of the Army's world-class athlete program. Facing obstacles and challenges, they'll be tested in the areas of their mental and physical strength, while also learning advancements and opportunities in the area of fitness, recovery, and nutrition.
We are standing at the Alpha Warrior Proving Grounds. For the next 2 weeks, we'll have our teams out here competing for the first time in obstacle course racing and strength and conditioning. It has never been done in the world, and we're so proud to bring it to you for the very first time. They will venture out here 3 times, 1 time to get used to the course. The second time, they'll really get after it. That 3rd time, we'll attack this entire course, and they will absolutely dominate it.
In addition to the Alpha Warrior Proving Ground, teams will also participate in MWR activities, which will highlight how MWR contributes to the resiliency and readiness of our servicemen and women.
I am PFC Christopher Ortiz.
I'm Specialist Anthony Rodriguez.
I'm Specialist Gerardo Lopez.
I'm PFC Abelardo Martinez.
I'm Specialist Landon Kennedy.
I'm PFC Joey Biggers.
And we're Team Able, representing Central Italy.
Specialist Catherine Mayfield.
PFC Nicholas Angelo.
PFC Jamie Patterson.
PFC Kyrie Sneed.
Specialist William Cook.
Specialist Bryce Forsyth.
And we're Team Bega.
Representing Camp Humphreys, Korea.
I am Specialist Brittany Williams.
Staff Sergeant Ken Hughley.
Specialist David Yescas.
Specialist Richard Wood.
PFC Lance Balaga.
PFC Jacob Harrison.
We are Team Charlie, representing Fort Bliss, Texas.
Lance Corporal Autumn Schleck.
Specialist Brandon Wintoba.
Lance Corporal Julia DiBartolo.
Private First Class Joseph Ramirez.
Specialist Alexis Kwame.
Lance Corporal Dylan Green.
And we are Team Dog, representing Fort Meade.
I'm Specialist Tanner Pouch.
Sergeant Damian Broadnax.
Private First Class Michael Golisano.
Sergeant Jeffrey Jones.
Private First Class Jayla Clark.
Specialist Jason Melnick.
And we are Team Easy, representing Fort Lee.
I'm an aviation mechanic, work on hydraulics.
Me also, I'm an aviation mechanic. I work on electronic and armament systems.
I'm 91 Echo, Allied Trade Specialist. It's more machinist and welder.
I'm a radio equipment repair, 94 Echo. I work in the avionics shop alongside with armament. I fix electrical, radios, anything that goes in the bird.
15 uniform, I actually work on the bird.
I'm along with him, 15 uniform, working on the Chinook helicopter.
At Garrison at Fort Bliss, we're comprised of different MOSs together. Most of us are BMM soldiers, which is borrowed manpower. My MOS is at 11 Bravo. I'm an infantryman.
I am an 88 Mike, which is motor transportation, but right now I'm acting as the boss vice president.
I'm a chaplain assistant, and we pretty much manage a chapel, the biggest chapel in Fort Bliss, Texas.
42 Alpha, human resource specialist at Garrison.
I'm a 25 Bravo.
I'm a 56 Mike, a chaplain assistant as well. I work with him.
So I'm in the 173rd Engineer Battalion. We train all over Europe, training with NATO countries, and just working on like what we know and the other skills that they know. We just trade back and forth. Like, we're engineers, so all the tasks that we know, like building wire obstacles or defending positions, like we just trade back and forth, learn stuff from them, and we teach them.
Hello, contestants. My name is Lindsay Rosnovsky, and I'm the host of Boss Strong. The man standing next to me is someone you're going to get to know very well over the next few weeks. He's your head coach and the champion of NBC Strong, Benny Wiley. Now, all of you think you're here to take a team photo, but Benny has something else planned for you. Benny?
Team, welcome to your first workout. Let's go! Let's go! Let's go!
I wasn't expecting that at all. Benny just started yelling at us like it was boot camp. I was ready to go. We was hyped. I was ready for that.
Oh, I should have known better. It's never that simple. It's never, oh, we're just going to take pictures and leave. No, we should have known better.
But before we can get to work, it's time for you to see where you're going to be training over the next few weeks. Boss, along with Alpha Warrior, have put together the gym of the future, especially for this championship competition. Teams, welcome to Benny's Playground.
We walk in there to take a photo and it was like, bum, 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 welcome, you know.
Jesus, I was like, this is how we're going to start the competition.
It was just like a shocker. I'm like, we didn't expect to be, this much of an effort. It was just mind-blowing.
I felt like I was walking into the movie Hunger Games. The way that it was set up, walking up there and seeing Coach Benny just standing there with his arm behind his back looking like a straight mean drill sergeant.
All of our adrenaline started kicking in. We was all ready to go do it.
It was just an amazing sight. It was something that you never would see at a military post ever.
That guy was walking around the hangar trying to recruit people.
Yeah, so it was a very busy work day. I just got the paper, and I was walking around the hangar. I was going to different shops, different platoons, like, hey, who wants to go compete? Who wants to lose some weight? Who wants to go volunteer? Who wants to do this, do that? I think the first person to really hop on the team was like Forza, and I got Cook involved. Mayfield jumped on it, Angelo, and Patterson, and then boom, we had a Soul Team 6. Came up with the team name, we submitted it, and there was actually only one other team that got created, so it was only two teams on Camp Humphreys. I think we blew them out the park because we were on it every single day, while the first team gave up after the first week.
Each installation was given a certain amount of teams that they could create. So we chose the teams basically based off of unit. So each unit on post that wanted to participate had their own team. They picked their 6 players. I went for my junior soldiers that I knew was motivated and wanted to actually have some fun and get out of the barracks. So I started calling them up, going down by the call roster. The ones that said they wanted to come, I grabbed them in and I pulled them in and we went out and we made it happen.
Teams, you're here because you're the best in the region. Now it's time to train with the best of the best in the world of physical fitness. Your head coach, Benny Wiley.
Boss Strong, I've designed a physical routine that's going to push you to the limits, both physically and mentally. But don't worry, you will not do that alone. I have some very important people for you guys to meet.
Teams, it's time for you to meet your Alpha Warrior coaches. Let's take a closer look at each coach. Pay attention because you'll be choosing your coach. The fastest team to complete Benny's workout will get to pick first.
What's up, athletes? Coach Matt coming at you. I am so excited to be working with you guys this next couple of weeks. Obviously, you guys know my training style. It's intense, it's strategic, it's smart. Coming at you working with athletes from Cirque du Soleil. So I am working with hanging athletes, acrobats, aerialists, you name it. We've got training plans for them. I'm gonna have you guys so ready for this competition, and we're gonna get through this all together. I'm gonna be by your side the whole time. Every workout, every competition, all of us together. Let's do this.
Hi guys, my name's Wes Okerson, and I first want to say this is an absolute honor to be working with all of you. Whichever team chooses me, it's going to be an amazing experience. But it's also going to be one of the hardest things you've ever had to do physically and mentally. You are going to get beat up, you're going to be mentally beat up, you're going to get put through the ringer each and every single day. The challenges are going to be difficult, but as your coach, I can promise you one thing: I will be there with you every single step of the way. I will not let you guys down. I will be fighting with you. I will be there for you. If you decide to choose me as your coach, know that I will not let you down.
My name is Jansen Culp. I'm a veteran. I train professional obstacle course racing athletes. I train American Ninja Warrior athletes. I'm a competitive obstacle course racing athlete myself. I'm a husband, I'm a father, and I'm super pumped up to have this wonderful opportunity to serve America's finest.
What's up, Boss Strong? Brandy Binkley here. I am so honored and flattered to be doing this challenge with you. I can't wait to meet my team, whoever you are, and really get started. I want you to know that this whole challenge, I'm going to be with you in the trenches, working hard and digging deep with you, alongside you. I'm never going to ask you to do something that I want to do or that I'm not willing to dig myself through at the same time. So please know that if you choose me as your coach, I'm going to be with you every step of the way. Not a lot of hand-holding, but a lot of encouraging and motivating. Make sure your diet's on point, make sure your sleep's on point, make sure your training's on point, and most of all, make sure that your mind's on point. I look forward to it, guys. Whoever you choose wisely.
What up, Boss Strong Soldiers? Coach Drew here. Listen, I'm really looking forward to working with you guys. I'm going to give you a little warning, though. Don't pick me as your trainer unless you guys really want to win. I've been doing this for 23 years. I've been working with teams all my adult life. I'm really looking forward to working with you guys, but I want you to work.
Do you have what it takes to be Boss Strong? Team registration for the 2018 competition is now open until June 29th. Visit armymwr.com/bossstrong for more information.
I've been involved in the BOSS program since I've been at Fort Lee, so a little bit over 3 years. I started off as the vice president. Now I'm currently the president for the installation. BOSS is a way to get the soldiers out of the barracks, to go out, have fun, get to know one another, learning what the soldiers really like, what they like to do, planning trips, going out in the community, making a difference, and seeing the impact that you have on other people's lives when it comes to big events like Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter. Like when you're actually throwing on those big events for these service members and their families, it's just touching to me.
I am our battalion boss rep, and I absolutely love boss because I believe that we are one of the most active units. Volunteering is definitely a big thing for us. We get a lot of participants for everything. Everything fills up all the time. And honestly, that's how I met most of my friends, my battles here, is through boss. Just fun experiences, fun activities, get to know people.
I want people to know that the boss program at Fort Bliss, we try to work as one, as a family. We want to bring everyone together, make them feel like they're at home. We want them to understand all of the programs around the area of Fort Bliss and also in the community of El Paso, and just get them a better understanding of how everything works within the program.
All right, teams, it's time for you to meet the head coaches of the Alpha Warrior Pro Team, Brent and Casey. You probably recognize them from NBC's American Ninja Warrior.
We are so excited to be here with all of you.
You guys are definitely in for a challenge, and if you can conquer this, you're even up for a bigger challenge at Retama Park, so get ready.
So now Brent and Casey are going to walk you through how to take on the battle rig.
All right, guys, so first off, you have 5 minutes to complete this course. There are no feet allowed on the entire Alpha Warrior battle rig. You're going to have 2 strikes. If you receive 1 strike, you do not reattempt the failed obstacle. You advance to the next obstacle and continue your run from there. If you receive a 2nd strike, your run comes to an end. Our refs are marking down where you fell and where you get that strike. That's going to play in because we honor 100% completion above all. For example, if competitor A completes the course in 2 minutes 30 seconds but receives a strike on the 3rd obstacle, competitor B also finishes the course in 2 minutes 30 seconds but receives a strike on the 5th obstacle. Competitor B will be deemed the winner because they made it further through the course before receiving that strike. All right, now that you guys know how it's going to be judged and scored, let's move to the starting line.
This Velcro strip designates the starting line. You cannot cross over that at any point without getting a strike. And once you tell the referee that you're ready, they're going to count you down on your mark, get set, go. You cannot touch the obstacle until they say go. So once they say go, you grab on there, touch that first globe. You don't need to touch a certain amount. You can use as few or as many of the globes that you want after that. If you want to skip some, you can do that. Once you complete the globe grasper, you're going to move on to the cliffhanger. In order to start the cliffhanger, you do need to start with both hands to the left of this white tape here. And then once you get